Amber Heard. Did we talk about Amber Heard? Did we talk about Amber Heard on the thingy we lost?
We might have. I think one of the episodes might have had that
Amber
content.
Heard, right?
Not sure if.
Yeah, I think so. Amber Heard.
Amber Heard, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we did talk about her, and I think the episode aired. Yeah, so Johnny Depp won that.
Big shout out to him, man.
Yeah.
Big shout out Johnny Depp. Big shout out Johnny Depp.
He was obviously prosecuted already in the court of public opinion after the allegations were made in that article that Amber Heard wrote. And then, this lawsuit comes about after this guy has lost everything, like movie roles and all that stuff. And then it turns out that, listen, man, all those allegations were not real. Like, we got to see all this stuff in plain sight.
Yeah.
All these incidents we didn't know happened. And she happened to be the aggressor.
She's a sick woman, that one.
We did. The episode when we talked about it went out there. Yeah. I remember there was a conversation in the group about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, listen, again, there's a lot of entitlement sometimes. There's a lot of believing the things before anything has been proven, which I actually absolutely detest. You know what I mean?
Right.
I really hate that shit. Like, so-and-so basketball player, black basketball player. This vanilla chick says, oh, he raped me. All of a sudden, Nike is pulling out. Everybody's pulling out. And I'm like, yo, like, really?
Yeah.
It's if before you hear anything, everybody is already like, no, we distancing ourselves. And I'm like, bruh, it's an allegation.
You can't give people that much power,
to a certain extent, it's even if I know like it's a big bag, I would be very offended. You know what I mean? Because hypothetically, right? If Nike are like, oh, Fanatik, we really want you. You have the conversation. They bring you in. They want you to be part of the brand and all of these different things, right? And then you sit down in board meeting after board meeting, meeting after meeting, and then they give you this vision, and then you start pushing their stuff. You are passionate about it because then, you feel part and parcel of Nike, right? And then one allegation is almost like, it's like, oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're cutting you off.
They don't even have the decency to give you a phone call. And I'm like, even after I'm proven, even if I'm proven, I didn't do this, what are you going to do then? Come back and it's like, oh yeah, so about that thing, hey. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I wouldn't want you.
That's why Johnny Depp was like, I'm not going to work with any of these guys again.
Yeah.
The ones that canceled me and stuff. Even though for me, I wouldn't blame them because now it's a culture. Like the cancel culture, it's like, this is just what we do. When someone is accused, we get rid of them before anything is proven.
But we're also canceling cancel culture.
Yeah, the case showed that we can't operate like that as a people because you're giving too much power to women, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Like, there's this story I was reading about the other day where this white woman, she was a white girl, this young girl, went to like a house party or something, and then she was hanging out with some guy on the side, some guy she was messing with on the side, right? So to save herself from the embarrassment of some other guy that she was interested in, she said the guy raped her. And this guy was one of the, like, he was a prospect to join the NFL, like, he had a scholarship to go to a big school, so he could, because the bigger school you go to, the better chances of you, getting a higher draft pick and all that. And the scholarship was cancelled and all that. And then she came out later and confessed that this thing didn't happen. But the damage is already done.
It's too late.
And even trying to get back into that school,
it's too late, Patricia.
To vet you and whatever. It's just like, it's done. Like, you've ruined this guy's life.
Career,
like everything is gone now. And if you're the guy in the family that everyone is looking at, like, yo, like, this is the prospect, this is a guy who's going to, like, take care of all of us because when he's drafted, he's going to make millions of dollars and we're out of the hood. And then that happens.
Something like that.
You can't give people that much power where they could just say something happened and you make someone disappear from the face of the earth off of an allegation. It's unfair.
Because listen, and that's what I hate, right? And to a certain extent, and because of these same cases of what happened is this, and then a couple of months later it's like, oh no, it actually didn't happen like that. Like it makes you, or like it makes men now start looking like douchebags. Because if someone comes to you genuinely and tells you, it's like, oh, this happened, this guy did this, and then instead of just believing it, because oh my gosh, why would anyone in their sane mind make up a lie like that, right? You start questioning them.
Yeah.
And then you start to say, oh really, so what actually happened? So did you consent to going to his house? You know what I mean? Like, you start trying to decipher the whole situation. And then if it actually happened, the person looks at you like, yo, I'm opening up about something that's personal that someone did to me, and then you're questioning me whether it's real or not. And I'm like, unfortunately, we have to do that.
That's
because
the way it is. If someone gets murdered, you have to ask questions.
Exactly.
The first suspect is usually the closest person.
Yeah, the last person they were with, or whatever it is.
If it's your spouse that is mysteriously gone, unfortunately, even if you're grieving, it'll be you that have to ask questions. And so we can't make exceptions.
Yeah.
Yes, we sympathize and we empathize. Actually, obviously, these situations are not easy to go through.
Of course.
But we have to be fair. We have to be fair. We can't just demonize people based off of an allegation, because if someone gets upset with you, says, "Oh, you see, to finish you." Next thing, an allegation goes out. Look at the Neymar situation. Girl says, "Hey, this guy did this to me." He had to pull out text messages and pictures that this girl was sending him and all that stuff, just to prove this girl is bugging. So now guys they've had to adapt. It's like, oh, listen, I know there's this story of this one guy who, before anything happens, he has to tape the girl saying that she is consenting to whatever is about to happen, and afterwards he takes another video.
Wow.
Says, did you not withdraw? Because there was women can withdraw consent during the act. So afterwards he has to take another video to say, was everything fine, whatever. So it's like, that's where things have got it.
I mean, that's crazy. Wow. The fact that we should even be having that conversation is mad, But especially with these people who have a lot to lose, that's what you should be doing, Man, shame to people like Mendy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, where your career is down the drain.
It's done, yeah.
It's done. You are young.
It's just allegations so far.
Yeah.
It's been dropped from the team. You can't even find him in FIFA. He's not there anymore.
Oh, wow.
In the new ones, he's not there.
Yeah.
He's dropped out. Like, even certain players who have had some allegations thrown at them, you won't find them. They're not playable.
And I think, if you are that type of person, you are playing at Manchester City, you're making over whatever thousands per week, bruh. Yeah, you should be asking. Take a video, all right? Yeah. Sign an NDA at the door. I don't know. Have a guy. Have a lawyer. Someone you can clearly afford it. Yeah. But this is what it is for you, because it's either that or one allegation and you are put on the side.
Right.
Because the team, Manchester City, doesn't want to be. So it's like, oh, we don't condone this.
Yeah.
They'll distance themselves because the brand is bigger, unfortunately.
Yeah,
doesn't matter how many.
It's bad for business.
It doesn't matter how many balls you took off the line, my friend. The team is bigger than you.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but
it's a World Cup winner.
Yeah, that's.
But all of that is gone because of these allegations, and really, it's not even to try and say, the perpetrators should be protected. No, it's like if you did something, you should face the full wrath of the law. But in the same vein, we have to just be careful how we handle these things. And so that's why the Johnny Depp verdict was very important.
Yeah.
Because it's not only that. I mean, there's even the Neymar situation where he showed evidence that this person was lying. There's been several situations where you'd seen that, but this was like the biggest one. Like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard things was the biggest case where she was lying. She was the aggressor. She was the one who was antagonizing this guy and trying to bait him into committing violence against her.
Because anybody and that tells you something. Like anybody else would have flipped in that particular case.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot of us
how
men
he kept his head. My goodness, man.
A lot of people.
He's such a good guy.
He's definitely a good guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like someone follows you through 3 bathrooms.
Yeah.
And they're literally trying to just get under your skin. It's like, yo, do something.
Yeah.
Do something.
What you gonna do?
Yo.
That's crazy.
Anybody else would have flipped.
Oh, yeah.
But like the fact that he even had the sense to record that.
Yeah.
Record some of these things. And he did the right thing, man. Because even she knew what she was doing. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
It's like, who's going to believe you that Johnny Depp was being abused by who's going to believe you? Go ahead, tell the world, Johnny. I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You're just a whole trash human being.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Because and it's might even be shocking for some people to see those images, because I mean, for people who've never been through it, where a woman is the one who's the aggressor, because it's been painted that women don't do any of these things. They're the victims in every situation. It's like, no, there's actually situations where the woman is the one who's really aggressive, in the situation, and as the guy, you're trying to keep your head together. And it's not an easy thing to do.
Not at all.
And a lot of us men crack under that pressure. And
as soon as you crack, it's almost like, he put his hands on me.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Erases everything.
Nothing else matters. You could have had water poured on you, whatever it is. Nobody cares. Yeah. So you had you someone
smack her once and it'll be like, then if you try to judge, but she threw something at me. They'll be like, really? You're supposed to take it.
Yeah. You're the man. You are the man.
Be the man.
Be the man. It's annoying, but it is what it is. So big shout out to that particular case, man. And if you're in a weird toxic situation, fam, just bounce, bro. Leave it alone.
It's not that easy though.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It's not easy, but that is the right thing.
That is the right thing to do. At least know and have the thought that is the option.
There is that option.
There is that option.
It is
Exit.
The best option
That's the best option, right? It's not easy because you do love this person, and
Yeah, that's what complicates it. I think for most people is what complicates such relationships is when it's good, it's very good. But then when it's bad, it's very bad.
It's very bad.
So the optimism you have of, maybe if I stick around, the good times will be longer than the bad ones.
Yeah.
It never ends. It's just going to be like that. Unless there's deliberate action from both sides to want to make things different.
Yeah, true.
You know.
True.